Welcome everyone. My name is Cindi. I am at Simply Cindi. Please excuse my voice. I got laryngitis. It should be going away. It's on the mend. I sound bad because I already have a low voice, but I promise I don't feel bad at all. I didn't feel, I felt a little lethargy. I felt a little lethargic. Yeah, you came to my mind, so is something going on? Sometimes, so this is the way my guides um, deal with me because they have to deal with me. Um, so I have parameters because there's a lot of people, a lot of you guys are very, very, very talented, gifted, psychic, all of that. My group is. Y'all are all old souls. You can all do this. So I have parameters around me so that I won't be disturbed. It's not like you're doing it on purpose. You're just that gifted, right? So I won't be disturbed. So my guides already know if something comes through, it's because it's necessary, right? It's because it's more than just somebody trying to get through to me, right? So when stuff like that happens, when I have somebody on my mind or something happens, I know that it's something to pay attention to. So that's why I'm asking Rebecca, how are you doing? How everything went? I'm kind of glad that you're here because you were on my mind. Just some family stuff. Everything else is good though. You graduated? That's awesome. Move cities. Ah, now working at a big company. I live in the UK and I know, massive riots. Now, maybe that's significant. Yeah, very significant. That's been on my mind. Um, this is going to sound bad. I'm very proud of the people. I'm very proud of the people. I am sorry that it's had to get to this, but there's changes that need to be done and dealt with. I want everybody to be safe. Um, but I am so happy that people are standing up for themselves. Of course, I don't know the whole story because we're only getting bits and pieces. You know how we all just get bits and pieces. So, please feel free to elaborate if you'd like. Discuss that here if you'd like. Um, because you have been on my mind. Just stay safe. I mean, I've already put white light over you. You're safe. You're fine. Um, yeah. Yeah, I just saw it too. Um, but it's horrible, these things that went on, but there's things that have been going on all over this world for a while. And how do I say this? We were so bogged down with other things that we didn't pay attention. And maybe some of us did pay attention, but we were too tired or we were lost and didn't know what to do. That time is over. I've said this throughout my videos. It's over. I said things and structures, systems that you don't think can come down will come down. They are coming down, right? So that's not like me being boastful and saying, oh, it's going to come down. That's the universe. I just happen to see the clues. I just happen to like pay attention. I happen to get messages through my higher self, right? That says they're coming down. So whatever we have to do, we have to do. It is what it is. I chose not to involve myself with my ego. It's all playing out as necessary somehow. Yeah. So, um, yeah, it's the way I think of it is like we the people. Okay. So we don't want to be divided. That's the main thing. And you guys know who the elites, whoever, whatever you want to call them, whatever name you want to put to them. The ones that think they run everything, the ones that have been running everything, so they think they're running everything, but they don't. They want us divided and fighting amongst ourselves so that we don't pay attention to them and what they're doing, right? So we just need to stick together. Your humanity will come out when it's necessary, right? So trust through all of us. Yeah. Trust that. I guess that's what I mean when I say we do what we got to do. It's like I explained in another video. I am not a warmonger, but I come from a military background. It's in my DNA. It's in my family. It's in my extended family. It's all around me, right? So I know what that's like. I know what it is. And I think most people that have been in the military will tell you, I, I don't want to fight, but I will if I have to, right? So they riot and target immigrants and asylum seekers. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're trying to put us against each other. It's like we'd rather have you fighting each other than fight what's really going on. And what's really going on is that there's a way and people need to be safe. I mean, I understand about immigration. There's some people that need to enter a country because they're in danger for their lives, right? But there's a way to do it too. So, and of course, there's hostility because it just happened to be immigrants that went and hurt children, right? So I don't think that it's about their lifestyle, their choices, and we need to stay focused on the real truth, which is for all of us, whatever that is. Like, are we going to allow? How are we can make it easier for people, whether you're from the country or not from the country? I mean, I don't have the answers, but I know that we all do have the answers. We're trying to make it towards there. But they would rather us just hate each other and then fight each other, right? Because then we won't pay attention to them. That's what I'm saying, right? There's so much misinformation online about why this started. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying, even me talking about it, I'm like, I don't even know what the truth is. I don't even know what the truth is because that's why I had asked Rebecca to, if you want to elaborate, if you want to discuss, because we're not there. We don't know. We're only shown some things, just like you guys are only shown certain things about us and our country. But we're not going to let this happen anymore. We're not going to do this anymore. That's why I'm like, if you want to discuss it, if you want to talk about it, I know these aren't easy subjects to talk about. And in the past, no guru or medium or astrologer or tarot reader or blah blah blah. They were so in fear of their own branding and their own whatever that they didn't want to talk about any of the meat, the real stuff that's going on, right? What I'm being told from my higher self and the universe for the last 3 years is authenticity. There are going to be discussions that are not going to be easy, but I am willing to do that. I am willing to bring that to this, to my channel, to my work. It's not going to be easy. Will I offend some people? Absolutely, probably. Um, will some people offend me? Absolutely, probably, right? But we need to move past that and begin to understand that we can all have our own opinion and it stems from where we've come from and our background and our lineage and all of that. And we can still come together. It's like Generation X. It's like my generation. We are so diverse. That's why I said in that last video, I can't speak for all of Generation X because we're so different, but we know how to band together. That's what this world needs. Yes, we can have our opinion. Yes, we can have our thing, but let's move past that and come together, right? And try to fix these issues that we haven't put, that people in this community have not even put on the table. There's a very few, I'm not going to say nobody, very few that would even talk about it. They would even talk about stuff like this, right? And when they talked about it, they were very, I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one to say, You know, when I had my manager, you can't do this, you can't say that, you got to do this. Remember, I told you guys a long time ago. That's why I like had to stop YouTube for a while, because I'm like, I want to be me, but I was being directed not to be me, right? And me is who people want, right? So let me see what Rebecca said. So, um, I can only compare this to what we're seeing in the 2020 in the US. We had a change in the government recently, and it seems to have triggered lots of hysteria. I like you speaking about the. I like you speaking about. I'm so sorry. I gotta read it over here. Hold on. I like you speaking about this. I think it's very grounding to spirituality. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that, Rebecca, because that's I so I've always been guided by the other side, by my higher self, by the universe, by spirit, whatever you want to call it, right? Um and when I'm not doing, that's how I know it's the right thing for me. Do I always know what the right thing is? No, that's why I look to the universe, to my higher self. And like I said, I was part of it too. I was part of, I can't talk about that. You have to be the one that's love and light. You have to da 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 da. Like I was getting it from all angles. And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can no longer do that. I'm not going to. It wasn't like I was faking. It was that I was being held back. That makes sense? I wasn't ever faking, but I was being held back. You can't say this. You can't look this way. You got to do it that way. You got to blah, 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 right? And these are subjects you can't talk about, and this is going to ruin your brand, and this is the, I don't care about that. I don't care about that, because what I'm getting from the source is authenticity. So I am willing to talk about these things, and I'm not going to play the blame game. Oh, well, this guru said this and this one's wrong for that and that one's, no, that's not what this is about. That's why I'm saying I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one to say I was wrong. I was wrong. I didn't do it right. I didn't do it. I didn't do it the way that it was needed to be done at the time. Right? Because, and the reason I'm saying that is not because I'm trying to be special. It's because I don't want people to start blaming. That's what they want. They want us to like start hating each other. They want us to find fault with each other. I want to move past that. We all have faults. We all did things wrong. We continue to do things wrong. I continue to mess up all the time. Right? I want to move past that. It's time for humanity. Sorry, I've got a cough. Excuse me. I've got to put this on the mic on pause, on mute. It's because it's because I'm talking so much, and I'm getting a little animated. Anyway, I want to move past that. I don't necessarily need to find the fault. What I need to find is the solution. And I am willing to sit here and let's all talk about it to find the solution, to find a solution, to move forward, you know? And the UK is just one thing. We already know what's going on with Iran, with Israel, with the US. I mean, it's everywhere. It's, if that isn't Mother Earth or the universe saying, pay attention. You're doing this. It reminds me of what Einstein says. Doing the same thing over and over does what? It makes you insane, right? It's like, pay attention. You guys have already done it this way. You guys have already done it in the way where you blame people and find fault and find the one who did it. Okay, so you found the one who did it. Now what do? It doesn't change. You've already blamed people. You've already blamed organizations and systems and things and blah, blah, blah. What has that gotten y'all? It's gotten you here, where all you're doing is arguing and fighting amongst each other. It's time to move past that. So, again, this is not going to be an easy thing. I told you guys it was going to get ugly at the end of 2024, into 2025. We are now into the end of 2024 into 20, and we're going to 2025. I told you guys we got to get through this. I told you it was going to get ugly. I told you it was not going to be nice. I couldn't even say all of the things because I didn't want to speak them into reality in case they could change. You know, it's not an easy thing, but I'm willing to open the discussion with no blame. I'll take the blame. It's funny because my husband used to blame me for, like, on purpose, like to his superiors. He would blame me because he knew, blame me, I don't care. If I did it, I did it. If I didn't, I did it. It's okay, I got your back, right? So that's what I'm saying to humanity. If I did it, I did it. We'll redirect, we'll figure it out. If I didn't do it, I still got your back. Blame me, right? So I was part of the problem with this community of not being authentic, or not being courageous enough to stand up and say, no, I want to do it this way. We need to talk about these subjects, right? And that's why I went away for a little bit. Now that I'm back, this is not going to be easy. Again, I'm going to offend people because everybody has an opinion. And that's great that everybody has an opinion. That's what we want with humanity. Because if we only had one opinion, then we wouldn't grow. We need different perspectives. I'm willing to listen, and I'm willing to move past, and I'm willing to, like, let's talk about some solutions. Let's talk about coming together. Let's talk about how we don't want to do this again. That makes sense? So, I didn't know it was going to go in that direction, but again, I'm channeling. It's so funny because I think about, my husband we're both from Texas, so my husband's an Aggie and I'm a Longhorn. And we were able to be married for 20 years till he crossed over. And those are two rivalries. So it's like that. It's like, and that's how my generation is too. We all know we have different opinions. We all know we're not going to agree with everybody's opinion. And we still band together because the way that some of us think about it is like, I can talk to my sibling like that, and I can be mean to my sibling, but don't you dare be mean to my sibling. That's kind of how we think about our generation. Like, I can talk, excuse my language, I can talk shit about my generation. I can do whatever with my generation, but don't you guys talk shit about my generation, right? Like, we all band together when it comes to that. It's like they're your sibling. That's what I want for humanity. That's what I want for all of us. It's like we band together. This is where we're going anyway. I've already shown you all the proof. I've already shown you in astrology, which is why I'm ready to open up the other parts. Let's do some tarot. Let's do some mediumship. Right now, today, I want to do energy readings because I kind of want to see where everybody's at. What can I get? I'm going to use my gifts. I'm going to use the tools in my basket to help. Let's get past this. Let's get to this place. And that is Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius. Like, he's shown us the possibilities of where we can go. He's shown us like a glimpse of where we can go. Him and Aquarius. They've shown us a glimpse of where we can go. But it is up to us to create that. They will help. These planets, these stars, the frequency, the universe, Mother Earth, they will help. But they want to know that that's what we want as a group. That makes sense?